Ladies and gentlemen, here we are today at Five Guys Enterprises, agenda setting theories of interest, because it is a technique that news outlets use every day to influence what specific topics you'll think about. As Yunwan Luo said in early 2019, given the large volume of agenda setting studies published in the past few decades, it would be valuable to summarize across a body of combined empirical evidence to arrive at a reliable conclusion that explains the relationship between the media agenda and the public agenda. And this shows that, as Sugata Sumida said in 2017, that the importance of agenda setting becomes more crucial in a multilateral context. I'm your host, McKinley Larkin. I graduated from these streets with a degree in slanging at 3.9 bands a day from the University of Hard Knocks, believe it or not. I personally have no hobbies nor friends. I spend all my time moderating debates. But I'd like to go to Dr. White now to introduce himself.
Hello everyone, my name is Peyton White, Dr. White if you will. I am a world-renowned scholar from Radford University. I graduated Radford with a 1.6 GPA overall, which is actually 72% better than my entire class. My hobbies include night crawling, competitive duck herding, and soap cutting. Thank you.
So we're going to move on to Joe here to tell us a little bit about himself.
So I'm Joe Lipsky. I'm a sixth year here at JMU. My hobbies include collecting magnets and firefly floating.
That's awesome. Luke, would you like to tell us a little something about yourself?
Sure. Howdy. I'm Dr. Luke Casiopo of Old Town Road University of Austin, Texas. I eat barbecue and read books all day because there frankly is nothing else to do in Texas. I only studied agenda setting theory at OTRU because everything else is a waste of time.
I'd like to go to Adam now to tell us a little bit about himself. Finish it up.
What's up? My name is Adam Kalk. I got my PhD in plumbing from Hood College in Baltimore, Maryland. I graduated top of my class with a 2.2 GPA overall, and my hobbies include trimming my toenails, putting forts in electrical sockets, and fighting wizards in my underwear. Thank you.
Wow. So you guys have a lot of background on this topic. Well, I'd love to go to Dr. White to tell us a little bit about the history of agenda setting research.
All right, well, according to Yang Du in 2013, agenda setting research is now well into its fourth decade of existence and development, and I could not have said it better. Our records show that AST was found as far back as 1922. Maxwell McCombs and Donald Shaw investigated various presidential campaigns from 1968 to 1976. They found two elements, awareness and information, to be the most significant factors in play during agenda setting. They concluded their original study with that mass media exerted a significant influence on what voters in specific regions considered to be major issues at the time, and in a way that could be related to how we view presidential campaigns today. Joseph Savanians in 2017 stated that our research shows that politicians do learn a lot from the media when it comes to stories they do not take action on. In other words, although politicians are not so dependent on the media for information about what they do in Parliament, they use the media to be informed more generally speaking. Agenda setting has been around for quite some time, and it will continue to be a theory used by news outlets for years to come. And if I may, I think we should use the political sphere as a platform for our discussion today because of how reliant it is on agenda setting theory.
Okay. Wow, so we've got the history there, but I'd love to go to Joe for an explanation of what we just heard about.
So agenda setting theory is used by the media every day. Most of us do not even notice the media using the technique to influence us. According to Ron Smith in 2011, the media does not tell us what to think, but rather what to think about. In 2009, Wu and Coleman stated agenda setting theory is comprised of two levels. The first level of agenda setting is called priming. Priming is dedicated to focusing on a specific amount of coverage on the issue reported. Essentially, the media establishes the first level of agenda setting by determining exactly what they want the public to be aware of. The second level of agenda setting is called framing. Framing shifts the attention from the media to the public. This level examines the influence of attribute salience, or the properties, qualities, and characteristics that describe objects or people in the news and the tone of those attributes. All in all, agenda setting theory is used to control our beliefs and give us our ideals on certain issues in the most ethical way possible.
Okay. Wow. My head is swirling right now. I think we need to go on over to Luke so you can actually apply this information we've been learning.
Alright, so as Joe mentioned before, agenda setting is applied every day in our life whether we are aware of it or not. In 2018, Nicoletta Corbu and Olga Hosu make references to Price and Tewksbury, arguing that the applicability of agenda setting refers to the immediate influence of a particular message on evaluations made during or immediately following message processing. Therefore, the message being used has an instant effect on how one perceives a situation. From my research, most common sources of agenda setting are done by media and politicians. According to E.J. Fagan in 2018, from a political standpoint, legislatures expand their agenda capacity by delegating responsibility and authority to committees, each acting somewhat independently. Committees are able to prioritize, gather information, draft legislation, and conduct oversight somewhat independently. However, the floor of Congress still acts as a bottleneck, where only a limited number of legislative priorities can receive consideration. What this is saying is Congress has numerous subcommittees to research different problems, which are then discussed and are chosen determined by Congress regarding its relevance.
Alright, so I get how to apply it, but I still don't know where I see it in the real world. Maybe Adam, you can tell me a time where you've seen this in the real world?
Yeah, for sure. So, what issues are important to you, and why are these issues of importance? Media coverage not only directs what we think, but also shapes how we think. According to Shraddha Bajasarachya in a 2018 research study, this influence provides media with a powerful tool to influence government and the way people view it. One example of agenda setting theory can be described by Anne Marie, who is an experienced educator of 15 plus years. And in an article, she says that the media tends to focus on violent aspects of political protests rather than the arguments behind why the protests are actually happening. So a more specific example of this could be the G20 protest in London of 2009. The television crews did not cover political speeches that took place during that day. They just waited around until some violence finally did kick off later in the day. So with that being said, the agenda setting theory is used in media to alter people's opinions on specific subjects at hand. So another example of how the agenda setting theory is evident in our lives personally is that all across college campuses, professors pick and choose what they want to teach us, and they dictate what information we learn in class and what goes into our head. So agenda setting theory is always in effect, even if you don't think it is.
Wow. Alright, well, you've heard the summary, the history, application, and examples of agenda setting theory. I hope you've all learned something about how agenda setting affects our daily lives, and hopefully you can put this into effect in your own PR work in the future. So thanks for joining me today, fellows.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You
got it, sir.
It's a great episode. Take care.
Yeah. Yo, man, you know what I'm saying? Young Gunna, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Run that back, turbo. When I made my first million, I ain't panic. I only drank out this hill. I'm done with Zany. I bought my mama a crib. I'm outstanding. I'm pressing my cousin a pill.
What's up? I'm Adam Clark, and I got my PhD in plumbing from Hood College in Baltimore. I graduated top of my class with a 2.2 overall GPA, which was higher than anybody in my college. In my free time, I like to trim my toenails daily, and then I also like to fight wizards in my underwear.
Although politicians are not so dependent on the media, when it comes to stories they don't take action on, shit.
Alright.